Yeah, they're just going to come down this road right here.
Okay.
They're up at the far end of that field up there, and so yeah, I mean, if you want to just position yourself like up there on that hill,
Okay.
this side of the ducks,
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be
Right in it.
right in it.
You just run all Angus?
No, we don't run any Angus.
Okay. I haven't seen any.
I don't want. We like everything except black. Our bulls right now are South Poles,
Okay.
but we're not. You know, we're not breed cultists
Well, why is your preference away from Angus?
because they're too hot. You get way too hot, and also we think that the Angus breed has, because it's been the orthodox darling,
Yeah.
that it is the weakest of all. You know, the vaccinations and all the, you know, the protocol. Look, if you're so maverick that you've got a non-black animal, you're probably so maverick you haven't used wormers and vaccinations and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And we think that over time, I mean, our experience, we haven't, you know, we haven't come to this lightly, because Angus is certainly the most common around here. But over the years, we've just had way more trouble. I mean, from everything from, you know, pink eye to you know, discomfort worms with the black animals than we have with the non-black.
And everything you have here is for meat, as far as
Yeah.
the cattle?
Yeah, we don't do any dairy. If we could sell milk, we'd milk tomorrow. Society, through the government, has decided to protect us from our choice.
How do you manage your day-to-day basis of the stress levels of the business?
You build a team.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, all of us have strengths and weaknesses,
Uh-huh.
and probably one of the biggest, you know, weaknesses in farmers generally, and entrepreneurs for sure, is this rugged independence thing.
Yeah.
I'll do it all myself, and you know, it's our baby, and we want to babysit. You know, we probably invest as much, whatever, time and energy, personal capital, in building a team as we do in actually, you know, data solving problems and, you know, what we do. And there's the Gibbs triangle. Basically, if you have broad trust, then you have very little time in management. But if you have no trust, if it's inverted, if you have very little trust in people, then you're constantly running around trying to manage micromanage every little thing, and then that adds to your stress level. I mean, we have a 6-page written SOP on how to move a broiler shelter, for example. You know, with procedures, benchmarks. Because, you know, the single biggest, quickest way to eliminate relationships is unexpressed expectations. So, you know, if I have expectations and I don't express them, I can't fault you for not carrying through with them, because I didn't give you my expectations.
Joel, I'm going to jump in there and ask you a question.
Sure.
So some of the viewers were asking, and this is for us as well, when starting a new homestead, what are some of the key points of advice that you would give us?
Over how warm it is.
Because you're talking about on an economical standpoint, and here we are, we're trying to do that same exact thing.
Key points for starting, you know, well, one is do things incrementally. Don't do everything at once.
Little by little.
Yeah, pick your main. Like if you're gonna start a garden, start with what you like to eat first. You know, what's your favorite food? Grow it.
Yeah.
Okay, and because you can't Google experience,
Right.
and so the learning curve just is. You know, you can't shortcut the learning curve certainly completely. I mean, you can do some things. You can read, you can do mentorships and different things, but you know, there's nothing like experience. And so the main thing is to start, but don't start with everything. Start with something. Start with something that you like, that you're the most interested in, and then add things incrementally as you go along. The problem is in our overstimulated, informationally stimulated, YouTube stimulated culture. Yes.
All at once.
Often people come to this and they want everything at once, and they end up doing nothing well.
Yes.
And so it's much better to take 3 years, 4 years, and grow into it than it is to try to do everything that you can do, because you can't do everything.
So you become a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Yeah. So we're in livestock. That's what we love. That's what we're good at. And so we buy many of our vegetables. Now we have a little kitchen garden. We grow some stuff for ourselves. But if Teresa wants to can green beans, she calls up a good produce outfit here and says, "Can you bring me 2 bushels of green beans?"
Yeah.
So mutual interdependence is often better than complete
love that term.
independence. Mutual interdependence.
And how often do you rebuild your chicken tractors? The ones that you have now, how often?
Yeah, they last 15 to 20 years. We have some that are over 20 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You keep these same chicken tractors in the same field, or you move them around per
So
field?
we'll cover this field. So this is first batch, and those are ready for second batch.
Okay.
So we'll cover this field, and then along about late June, early July, we'll have this field covered, and then we'll move over to the other field over there, which is almost a mirror image of this one.
Okay.
Lies the same, about the same size. Move them over there, and we'll not cover that field. We'll get 2/3 of it. And so we run the broilers in these 2 fields every year, because they lie nice. They're big. In this country up here, you give your eye teeth for a big field. We just don't have that many big fields. And these are big. I mean, they're 14 acres. It's not that. At a homestead level, I'm all in favor of buying your little piece of heaven and establishing a base of operations. And if you want to start leasing around, then that's fine. And if you don't, that's fine too. But it's in American DNA to.
Yes, it is.
I mean, that was one of the things that made America was royalty. You didn't have to be royalty, to own something. You didn't have to get a special dispensation from the local lord of the estate. You could actually own land. That was
Jefferson, the yeoman farmer.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. The intellectual agrarian. The price of stuff that's 5 to 20 acres is through the roof. And when they go on the market, 24 hours.
Yep.
And often they sell for 10% higher than asking. I've never seen anything like it. Never.
Yes.
Now, interestingly, acreages over 50, and I'm talking about east of the Mississippi, not Colorado, but acreages over 50 have not changed that much. They're still pretty level, because that's a big decision. That's a big deal. You go over 50
But it's
acres.
funny because you can buy, say, 50 acres for $300,000, or you can buy 10 acres or 5 acres for $300,000.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right.
And
It's because of the
they have-
homesteaders, right?
They have some of the same infrastructure in place. It's fenced. They might have an outbuilding somewhere.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah, we've been looking at the 80 to 90 acres just because
Sure.
we can afford it, and then we're like, okay, we'll be good for a couple, we should be good for us
A long
for
time.
pretty much the rest of our lives on 90 acres.
Oh, absolutely.
Just the 2 of us.
Absolutely. And 90 acres is huge.
Yeah,
Huge.
it's great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
I
what
mean,
we've been
I mean,
looking
we own 550 when we first came, but we only had 90 acres open. So all of my early first 30 years of this operation were on 90 acres.
Perfect.
It's a life in a day with Joel Salatin. I'm here with Sean. Can you tell us a little bit about your channel?
Modern Yeoman, right up here. You know how to link things? Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. It's the Modern Yeoman. That's how you can find me. We just started back in September, both the YouTube channel and our homestead.
Also, hopefully you can hear us. It's a little windy riding
It
around.
might just be our
Poly Bay Farm.
voices.
We just got up here, took a short little ride in the side-by-side. Now we're up here at the chicken tractors going through those, finding out some good valuable information and just figuring out what we do every day.
Really appreciate you taking us around today.
I think persimmon trees up there that we wanted to protect from the pigs. So we just put pallets around them, and that'll protect them until they're big enough that the pigs won't hurt them.
Right.
So yeah. So this one we actually retrimmed. This is my new toy, and I'm just looking for places to use it. Look at chainsaw. Is that not the coolest thing?
It's pretty.
It's hot out here now. We just finished up a ride with Joel, showing some of the things that he does every day. And in the meantime, went to his little store right outside of his house here and picked me up a bird. I'm gonna eat it, let you know how it is, recommend it. And I think it was only around $4 a pound. You can't even get that at a grocery store like that. Okay, that completes the tour. We couldn't have picked a better day to come out on a nice, beautiful, breezy day. I'm here with Sean over behind the car here. What's
The
your
Modern
channel?
Yeoman.
Okay,
YEOMAN. Check us out.
check it out. I'm also over here with Nate from the Kraemer Life.
Hello, everybody.
Yep, and we just want to tell you thank you. Thank you for watching. And if you want more information, more interviews from different points of view throughout the day, check both of their channels out, and we'll catch you on the next one.